Alright, welcome back. Next project is going to be a complete kitchen tear out and install. And as you saw maybe before, I did a couple of videos on ready to assemble cabinets. And so that's what I've got out here in the garage. I had to move the boat to the side of the house. And I've got basically 4 pallets here of cabinets. I've already taken some into the house and gotten them started. That's the next project, and we'll show you a little bit of what it takes to do this. So here I've already started to tear out some of the cabinets, and this spot here on the wall is where I tore out the backsplash, and it's often easier just to pull off the drywall than try and you're going to destroy the drywall anyway trying to take the tiles off. So I have to put a piece of drywall back, but that's fairly easy to do. Now, one of the reasons why I'm replacing cabinets, they were originally this maple finish right here you can see on the side of this cabinet, and the varnish actually started to come off on a lot of the doors. And so a few years ago I used this espresso paint system that you get at like Lowe's or Home Depot, and it worked for a while, but really the cabinets started to at least the upper started to pull apart, probably because they were partially overloaded, but also because it was supporting the microwave that was here. And so that was one reason. The next reason was the corner cabinets I had were blind corner cabinets. So you had like basically, this is an example right here, and of course my kitchen's a mess because I'm living in construction, but this corner cabinet, you have a 12-inch door, and you've got to get stuff in and out of here out of 12 inches, and it's basically impossible to do. So, and you can't, like, these drawers don't even open because they interfere with each other. So you can't get the drawers to open fully. Anyway, so what I've done is I worked with a designer at the RTA store, and this is more or less this is the design of the old kitchen, but I've got a new Lazy Susan here and a new Lazy Susan here, and then I added a 9-inch pull-out drawer for spices alongside the stove, and then I've this peninsula. The peninsula moved 9 inches that way because of this new cabinet here, and then it also is 1.5 feet longer here. And because of those dimensions, the tiles were put in after the cabinets, the old cabinets. So the footprint for remember, we're shifting the peninsula this way by 9.5 inches and out this way by 1.5 feet. So I basically, at least the last owner, when they installed this flooring, they left some of the tiles above the garage. So I put 6 new tiles in. I had to tear out pieces of 6 tiles to put these in. And so those are partly there and partly over there against that cabinet. And then I just put in some self-leveling compound because I don't really, this is going to all be underneath cabinets over here, so you won't see any of this stuff. That will be underneath cabinets, and then again this will shift over this way by 9 inches. So, and this will be underneath a cabinet. Stove goes right back in the same place. So same thing over here, self-leveling compound, and that's just so that I can have all the cabinets kind of at the same height. going to have the same, I added another cabinet that will go right here, a 12-inch cabinet on the other side of the dishwasher. And then this is changed a little bit here. There'll be a pull-out for trash and then some other cabinet. I'm not sure how exactly what that is. But I got it. And then over here, where I have no cabinetry back in this corner, I'm going to have a floor-to-ceiling, 30-inch wide, 24 deep pantry cabinet, and then three 30-inch, 3-drawer cabinet bases. So I'll have a 90-inch kind of buffet to use in this area. And this is basically what used to be the, actually it's a family room. The dining room is over out the other door to the kitchen. But getting ready to start building these cabinets. Got to take off this base molding here where the new cabinets are going to go. And I want to add some more blocking behind the drywall, at least for the uppers, and probably only right above this area right here. And then I will cut out this piece here where the microwave goes, and I'm going to put some blocking. You see where the microwave used to screw in right there. I'm going to put solid blocking across the bottom and across this top so that there'll be something to hold that microwave in a little bit better. So that's what's next. I've got 24 cabinets to put together, and it's going to take a while. There's no timeline to get this done, and there'll be new cabinet, at least refrigerator panels on either side of the refrigerator. I'm going to get a counter depth fridge because the current fridge is just way too big, and that's what is next up. So we'll show you some of that build coming up. Okay, so in preparation to start putting some of these cabinets on the wall, I bought this 6.5-foot level. And it's probably hard for you to see it, but right here where my right hand is, I can get my fingers between them. There's almost 3/4 of an inch, maybe 5/8, of a dip here right where the oven normally goes. And that went all the way up. And I noticed it when I was doing the tiles, the backsplash, for the last kitchen, that I had 16-inch long tiles and they didn't sit right. And so what I've done when I put back this drywall is I used some shims on a 2x4 here. So now I've got this wall completely flat. So it'll make installing the cabinets a lot easier. So it's flat up at the top. It's flat here where the upper cabinets will touch. And it's going to be fairly flat where the lowers are. And that'll make installing the cabinets a lot easier. I'm going to put a ledger on for the uppers. And I've got the uppers all built. There's 5 uppers. They're going to go along this wall. And we'll show you that install in time-lapse. Alright, on this next cabinet, I've got this under cabinet lighting wire here. I'm going to have to fish stitch. That's going to be a little bit more of a challenge, but not too bad. And I should be able to get this. now I gotta get the face frames aligned and get those screwed together. So I've got some clamps that I bought for that. Hold on. Okay, you see I grabbed these two face frame clamps. They're by Bessie. Bessie makes some really good woodworking clamps, and I just wanted to try these. I like tools, and sometimes tools can make the difference when you're working alone. So I've got these two aligned. There's 3 more cabinets to go this way, and the cabinet's going to be longer than they were before, so I'm going to have to cut a foot off of the crown molding on the wall over here. And let me show you that. So there's the clamps. And this is going to be a shorter cabinet that will be where the microwave goes above the stove. And then over here, you can see this crown molding. The cabinets are going to extend about another foot from this white to beige transition. So once I get the next couple cabinets installed, then I can bring out my laser and see where to cut that off. I also need to check these for level and plumb. You can see this gap a little bit more where I repaired the drywall. I repaired it here on this bottom section. This is where it's going to get screwed, and then it'll get screwed to the top. But I'm assuming that's not plumb yet because I need to get these moved over to where they're going to be before I screw them into the wall. Okay, this next cabinet that's going to be above the microwave, it's got that electrical outlet for the microwave, and I've marked it out here in the cabinet, so here's hoping I know what I'm doing. Alright, I didn't quite get it right because I measured from the bottom of the cabinet instead of from the lip under here. But good thing that this outlet attaches to the cabinet. I just cut the drywall. There was probably an inch of drywall that I had to cut along here. And then I just shaped the plywood back so that this cabinet, that this can attach there. And we'll get an outlet in there and a cover, and we'll be good to go. Alright, I'm getting ready to install the last cabinet. This fourth one went pretty good. It also had the under cabinet lighting wire in there. And I just marked out on this crown molding up here where I need to cut it off for the cabinet to fit in. So, got my laser up, but really I just need to measure over from this other cabinet over here. 24 inches, and I'll get my oscillating tool and cut that off. I went and grabbed my oscillating tool and I started to make this cut, and it was way too loud. Had to put some hearing protection on and finish this off. Alright, so here we are with this last cabinet installed, and that's where I just cut the crown molding. So that's 5 plus these 4 over here. That's 9 out of 24 total cabinets. So quite a bit more work to do. And that's it for this one. Part 2 coming up.